So I just watched Five Nights at Freddy's 2, and honestly, I have lots to say, so let's get straight into this. First off, this video contains a lot of spoilers and a lot of me yapping, so if you guys don't want to hear me yapping, click off this video. And if you don't want spoilers, click off this video, even though you've probably already seen the thumbnail, and that thumbnail is spoiler-y. I mean, it has to be for the YouTube algorithm to put it in the freaking thing or majiggy, whatever it is. Anyways, I thought the movie was actually decent. It wasn't that great. It wasn't like, it was great, but it wasn't like the Avengers Endgame, you know, it wasn't like Avengers Endgame style of like movie, you know, it was okay. It did flaw in a few parts, which I'll get into later in the video, but I'd give it possibly maybe a 7.5 out of 10. It was not that bad like people were saying it is. It's really not. I do feel like, honestly, before I say anything, before I go into like the spoiler stuff and all that stuff, I do want to say that maybe people online are being a little too harsh on the movie, I'd say. Like, I've been reading some of these reviews and people on Twitter and stuff like that, and they're just constantly, like, hardly bashing on this movie, and it's kind of really unfair, you know? It's not that bad what people are saying it is, and it's sad, you know, that FNAF is it's an amazing franchise, and it always gets shits on with everything that comes out. You know, people are never happy, you know. But yeah, I'm seeing like on Twitter people saying like, this movie's trash. Like, why is it trash? People just say it's trash or it's shit. People don't like really go into why. And it's like, you're only doing that for the clicks. I feel like most people who actually are going online and saying it's trash are just clickbaiting. It's like they want engagement. They want to piss off a fan base. But I thought it was pretty good. I do feel like it flawed in a few parts, but other than that, it was pretty decent. Now, unlike most people on social media who just like constantly bash on it to say it sucks, I do want to say my pros for this movie is that I loved the designs of the animatronics. They were incredible, better than the first movie, very accurate to the games, and the puppet too. Oh my god, that was insane. The possession stuff was creepy as hell. It did give off that kind of like an old movie type feel with the movement of Abby, kind of like towards the end, and she was like kind of moving kind of weirdly, like it was kind of like old filmy type thing, like old horror movies. And then you got the opening too. That was incredible. The opening was really good. It gets you really hooked into the movie. You know, it really explains what's going on. It was great. I mean, I liked it where it showed Charlie. It was kind of weird with when she was walking out. It kind of like really doesn't show how she got. The way she got stabbed was kind of weird to me because I don't know. It's just something weird about that. But the opening too, the 8-bit styled opening from the FNAF 1 movie returns in this one too for the FNAF 2 movie, and it's incredible. They remixed it as well too. It's on Spotify if you guys want to listen to it. The choices for Michael Afton. Yes, Michael Afton is in the movie. Sorry, spoilers. He was done pretty well, in my opinion. I think they really I think they could have utilized him a lot more. He could have shown up a lot more. I don't know what their deal is with all these like twist characters appearing at the start of the movie and then never appearing ever again to like the final act of the movie. It's kind of weird how they did it for William Afton. They did it for Michael now. It was obvious. It was obvious it was gonna be Michael Afton. I mean, the look. He just has that devious look. Devious Daniel. I feel like they could have utilized him more. Freddie Carr did an amazing job. Hopefully he returns for the third movie. I also liked how they utilized Jeremiah a lot more in this movie. I wish he could have been in the final act a lot more. Because by the entire time the animatronics are busting through the house, he's just outside until Michael Afton just walks out and he gets hit in the face by Jeremiah. So, I mean, I felt that was kind of weird. Henry, I feel like was underutilized a little bit. I do feel like he could have been utilized a lot more, and it really does set him up for the third movie as well too, because there was an end credit scene I did record on my phone. Actually, fun fact, there's an audio message at the end of the movie where it's like telling Mike that the marionette is dangerous and he needs to get out of there, and then like he says, I'm William Afton's business partner, yada yada yada, blah blah blah. So it really kind of sets him for the third movie, which I hope happens. I don't know. Like I said earlier, there's been a lot of negativity on this movie, a lot of like forced negativity. It feels like it's all forced. It's like people are just going online saying it sucks, and then like, yeah, it's just really not I don't know, it just feels kind of sad to me, you know? It has its flaws. I do feel like they could have made the film a lot more longer. Also about that too, I just things pop in my mind too. Withered Bonnie. Okay, I have some beef with that. Okay, he was very underutilized. I'm just saying, he only appeared in the movie for like 2 seconds, and his eye color was not even red. That ticks me off so bad. He could have at least stood in the doorway like Withered Freddy did with Withered Chica. But no, he just had to sit in a vent. I do like Balloon Boy in the movie. I do feel like he could have been a lot more utilized as well too, because he is also a toy. The puppet is terrifying. The possession that she does on Lisa and also on Vanessa, it was pretty creepy. It was terrifying. The animatronics voices were okay. I do feel like Toy Freddy's was kind of bad, I could say. I would like to say that. I do feel like they could have used the old voice actor instead of Kellen, because I feel like Kellen's in like every male character in the series, and it's kind of like wish we had a lot more voices. Let me say this, not to hate on Kellen or anything, but I do feel like they should have used the old voice actor, his voice. But Megan Fox's voice and also Matt Pat's voice was amazing. And then I have like a few nitpicks in there, but it's not that bad of a thing. Like I said, I'm looking at the good side of this, that they really did try out this movie. I know they put a lot of effort into this movie. And the way that the Fast Stalker was brought into was kind of weird too. I mean, I didn't know how they were going to introduce the Fast Stalker, but I just feel like it was kind of weird. And even with the promotion with the movie, I feel like they kind of overused the Fast Talker. I kind of feel like they overused it a bit. But I do like the idea of it. I wish there was an actual toy of one. I'd buy one. just to buy one, put it on my shelf, and never use it. Just to stare at it for 5 minutes and go, okay, but this exists. But also the idea of Fast Fest too was kind of interesting. I wish that was a lot more utilized as well too. That was kind of swept under the rug. It was like built up as this big gigantic thing. Like Toy Freddy every Toy Freddy scene was literally him at Fast Fest. Literally, every scene is just him standing in front of Fast Fest. I don't know if it's because it was a cool shot or something, but it was like every scene too was at Fast Fest. It was in all the trailers, and I'm like, the movie came around, I was like, this is kind of underutilized, but apparently it's supposed to be like this thing that Michael Afton was using for some kind of like killing thing with the toys. I don't really know. I didn't really explain that. Also the ending too, the end with the FNAF 1 animatronics versus the toys, that is crazy. That was insane. That was fever dream. It was interesting. Yeah, it was interesting. The actress who played Charlotte was amazing. The way they portrayed her was incredible. Props to whoever did it. I don't know their name, but they did incredible, and like they did actually pretty well for a villain. I'm not kidding. They did very well. Like really good. So yeah. So let's talk about the credit scene. Okay, so the credit scene opens up in the FNAF 1 pizzeria where these scavengers are building like this haunted house thing, and then they find Springtrap, and he's like under these sheets. It looks so cool. I wonder, hopefully they do FNAF 3. I don't know. I mean, box office are kind of looking a bit weird right now. I mean, it's not that bad, but it's... I don't know, it's kind of worrying me that people aren't really liking this and they won't show up for FNAF 3. I don't know. There's just a bunch of negativity on there. It's just like people are just going and saying it sucks and attack people who hate it or who like it. It's like, no, it sucks. Like, if you hate it, good. Congratulations. I was kind of feeling around with some people on there yesterday because they're being assholes. So I'm just going to say that right now, right? You can go on my Twitter, its link will be in the description below. I'm like, these kids need to stop, man. It's just a movie. You know, have fun. Go with an open mind. They just look at the critic reviews and they let it get to their head and they go in like, oh yeah, this sucked. Yeah, it's a big thing, knack for me that happened. It was kind of sad. That it's like every time I go on Twitter, it's just that now. It's this movie sucked. Now watch Ryan's phrase, and the quote retreat says it sucks. It's just sad, you know. Let people have their, and also to people who like the movie and want to hate on people who don't like the movie. Let them have their own opinions, you know. Most of the time, it's rage bait. Okay, there's a thing called rage bait that people say things get people pissed off, and there's a bunch of FNAF fans that fall for that. The FNAF 2 movie was amazing in its own way. It's not perfect. Nothing is ever perfect. Like the Avengers Endgame is not perfect. There's still some things I don't like about that movie. Like, for instance, I don't like how they kind of underutilized the time travel stuff. Like, it was used pretty well, but I do feel like they could have used a lot more in that movie. Like, there's some nitpicks I have of Avengers Endgame. That is gonna happen, but I don't think the movie sucks because of that. There's some really good movies that have not been critically well seen, and it's amazing. I know I saw the score online, it's like 11%, which is kind of sad. And they say it's like the lowest video game franchise for a movie, and I'm like, what? That's not true. I mean, we got like Alone in the Dark, and they got the old Mario movie. Those movies are kind of bad. I never seen the old Mario movie. I fell asleep during the new one. I don't know why. The new one looks kind of interesting, but not my thing. Honestly, I'm more of a Sonic guy. But some of the reviewers, the critics, have just been very mean about it. And also, too, putting that aside, I want to talk about one thing, that the Easter eggs. Yes, the Easter eggs I want to talk about. At the start, you can see that there's a Candy's arcade machine and a Pop Goes arcade machine and a FNAF arcade machine, and that is incredible. That's amazing. Also, too, there is a Easter egg secret character in Athens Workshop. Now, you might have seen this online. It's in the thumbnail. Circus Baby. That was interesting to see. I was not expecting that. I was not expecting Circus Baby to show up. But it's incredible to see her. They did her so well. Jim Henson Creature Shop did a good job with Circus Baby. Might be my favorite from their line of work so far. Maybe it's just a stand-in. I don't know. Might look different if they make a Sis Location movie. But yeah, that's basically it. I'm giving this movie maybe a 7.5 out of 10. FNAF 1 movie is maybe like a 7.6 out of 10. For a third movie, I do feel like maybe they could use another writer. Maybe make it slower paced. Bring back the guy who did FNAF 1. With Scott. Because I do feel like FNAF 3 was kind of rushed. I mean, it kind of feels like this is more or less like it was written like a video game. Which is kind of weird to say, but that's how I feel about it. Other than that, that's all I have to yap about. There's really nothing that much to really say. But I hope you guys enjoyed. I'm sorry this is kind of like scuffed. I'm trying to get this out as soon as possible by tonight. So I hope you guys enjoyed. Leave a like if you enjoyed, and I'll see you guys next time.